So first up, one of the most common times to look for that backdoor cut is when your teammate is dribbling at you. And that is pretty simply because they're drawing your defender's attention. So we'll watch this defender here. It's not that she makes any massive mistake, but as the ball's coming towards her, she steps up just a little bit too high, she's ball watching, not quite ready for that cut. And the offense takes advantage with a quick backdoor cut and a perfect leading pass. And typically that pass is going to be a bounce pass or over the top, but just somewhere the defense can't get to it. In this clip, it's the same deal where that help defender is just out of position enough, just ball watching enough that we can get that backdoor cut. So again, as Dolson dribbles over, we're watching this defender and her positioning. And in this case, as it is with a lot of scripted offenses, they do this backdoor cut anyway. So sometimes it is just part of the offense to get some movement and spacing. But in this particular instance, we can see why that backdoor was actually open and turned into the option for the bucket. So from the passer's perspective, I'm really reading three things: this defender's positioning, her eyes, and the help defense. And in this case, I would say it's mainly her eyes. The moment that she opens up and completely turns to look toward the ball, she's lost track of her player. So even though she's not technically in a bad court position right now, there's no way she's going to be able to 180 turn around and recover to that pass. In this play, we see the same thing. Anytime your defender has their back turned to you, it's probably a good time to move off the ball. So again here, as soon as she steps up to the ball, there's no chance she's keeping track of her player in the corner, and that's a great time to take advantage, backdoor. Another really common time to look for that backdoor cut is off of a V cut when we're trying to get open on the wing. And that's typically just because the defender is overplaying that cut. So we'll watch Plum and her defender here. That defender is really not trying to let her get the ball on the wing, overplaying it. So instead of just staying guarded, Plum sells that V cut really hard, makes a sharp backdoor cut to the basket, and then gets a good leading pass for the easy layup. This one's actually a drawn up play that Vegas likes to run a lot, so any coaches watching this, not a bad offense to implement. But it's the same concepts on that backdoor. In this case, the defense gets a little overexcited, trying to deny or maybe steal that pass on the wing. And I actually really love this play because making that pass from the top here to that backdoor would be extremely difficult through all of those defenders' hands. So they intentionally go to the high post first, which not only pulls all the defense away from the basket, all the help defense, but it also makes that backdoor pass easier. And there's a lot of times where that backdoor is just a read. Maybe your defender is ball watching or player watching, staring at you, your teammate's stuck, or you're just not open and you want to get some movement in your offense. And even if you try that backdoor cut and it's not there, it's really no harm done. Just because someone cuts backdoor doesn't mean you have to throw the pass. We'd rather miss a potential opportunity than have a turnover. And oftentimes, one person cutting through can draw the defense and open it up for somebody else. And in that way, looking for cuts like those backdoors and just generally being a threat off the ball makes the game easier for everybody on your team. I do have to add that faking a backdoor is typically a no-no, as it's very risky and your teammate might get caught throwing the ball out of bounds. Typically, you'll just want to keep it moving, maybe go set a screen somewhere else. But in general, whether you got the ball or you're off the ball, work on staying active and aware and reading the defense.